Good morning. It's 11 a.m. March 16th, 2024 on a Saturday. I'm going to punch over here and see if I've got a audio confirmation as soon as this thing refreshes. There it is. Unmute that. There, I've got audio. I'll unmute desktop audio so that SpeakerBot can be heard. I see people in chat. Bett Moore is in the Zoom session. Hello, Bett. And Bett, I'm going to change my audio so that you can hear me through Zoom. I will not be able to hear you yet. Let's see. So there, Bett, give me a thumbs up if you hear my voice through Zoom. All right. Then I'm going to turn on my camera as well. Oh, I see I need to fix that
First
camera.
again, hey.
And then I'll get that video fixed there for you, Bett. And I heard a speaker bot came through. What was it? First again. Oh, from McKen Stout.
Greetings, Professor Betts.
Greetings, Professor Betts from Brian. I thank you. I thank you. I'm going to go say hello to people in the chat room, and then we'll get started with Bett about her computer device manager issue. Let's see, turn the picture-in-picture on there. Hello, Ken. Hello, Alice. And going through chat here. And Bett, if you haven't figured that out yet, I want to be sure that you've got your YouTube audio muted so that you're only hearing me through Zoom. Give me a thumbs up if you've got that done, so that you don't have two sounds. If you don't hear two of me, then you're fine. Then continuing on in chat. Chit chat between people. Tim Sal's here. Hi, Tim. And Tim Cruz is here. He likes the intro, the video, the trailer. The what family was that? I can't remember what their name was. Mike Wojcik. Ken's trailer from last night. I think it was just showing rotating pictures of the Zoom homies, wasn't it? Because that's what I saw in your background. Seldom Ball, Rand Israel, Brian Lightfoot. There's the SpeakerBot messages showing up in chat, and I'll go turn those off so those don't repeat through again. And that gets us caught up. Jeff Ryman, hello. So, Bett, I'm about to bring you onto screen, and we'll start finding out what's going on with you. Here's, yeah, you're
No
on
also had the
screen
professor
now.
from Fresno in it.
And then let me change the speakers, and there, I should be able to hear you now. Hello, Bett.
Hi.
Yes, I hear you. Very good. Welcome.
Hey, good. Very good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, let's see. There's a couple more comments in chat. Let's see. I have 0 drop frames. Ken is saying also had the professor from Fresno in it. Oh, in those, yeah, the Zoom, his trailer. Got it. And Ken has buffer, but that's his problem. Okay, so Bett, you have a problem in Device Manager, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to take a look at that and see what we can do with it. And am I understanding correctly, it has something to do with your ham radio connection?
Yes. I have like 3 of them. They take different softwares. I used to be able to operate one take port 8, the Icom one take port 3. But the thing is, the yellow exclamation mark is there. And I've followed tons of videos over the days trying to get it figured. And all of them different tests and stuff, it still comes back.
Okay, and is this a new computer?
Yeah, but it does it on the old one. I just bought it 4 days ago. The old laptop, it does it also.
Okay.
And it might be because I learned how to transfer everything from my old computer, which I gave my husband, to this new one. And I did the Google Chrome too. So that might have something to do with it, because this computer, this Acer, is 4 days old.
Okay. How did you do the transfer? Was that just copying files across, or did you do an image backup and restore?
I did. I ordered this. It's called pluggable transfer.
Okay.
computer to computer. I plugged in and then plugged in and set them over that way.
Okay.
Pluggable.
All right.
Transfer.
And have you ever had this working on a computer?
Yes, that's how I got my radio set up over the years.
Okay.
This is my third computer.
All right. So these two computers, what you're referring to as the old one and the new one, have they ever worked with this device?
The old one used to, yes.
Okay. When did it?
It used to.
When did it stop working? Days, weeks, months?
I don't know. Weeks.
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 Okay, that's good enough.
Uh-huh.
That's good enough. All right. Then let's get us connected to your computer. I think you have the link for starting a remote connection. Do you have that, or do you want me to talk you through it?
I'm kind of new up here. I don't even see the chat screen. I just see two names, yours and mine. So I don't know.
Okay, well, that's on Zoom.
Where to click?
You'd have to.
Zoom.
You don't need to be watching the YouTube video in order to do the remote connection. So you're only connected to me with Zoom right now. When I get connected to your computer, perhaps then we'll bring up the YouTube. Although that's where the link is. Now, I sent you an email that had a link for connecting to Zoom, and it had a link for the log me in connection. Do you have that on hand?
Yeah, I need to like minimize and go over here to the email.
That's okay.
Real quick. Let's see here. All right, so here's the email Zoom meeting, and then I see wow.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm seeing here that that's now let me do this another way. I'm going to send you another email right now. And
okay.
I'm going to show this to the audience. In the description of my video, there's a link right down here for log me in. So I'm going to copy that link address, and then I'm going to email that to Bett.
Okay.
Let's see. Go here. Okay, email sent.
Okay. Okay, I have it. So now I click this link in here.
Right.
Okay. Got it. It says go to site.
Yes. Click on that.
Go to site. Okay.
And thank you, Bett, for that additional PayPal donation you sent this morning.
Oh, I like to help wherever somebody's doing good. I can't do it all the time, but I like to show appreciation.
It's not expected, but it's always appreciated.
So it's saying for me to download?
Yes, do that.
Okay.
And I can see here that the download is started.
Okay.
Now, after that downloads, you need to click to run that file.
Okay. Let's see here. I got to go to downloads.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Hold on. Downloads is in my downloads. Explore. Downloads. Okay. Support log me. And it's loading.
I see your chat messages from Wintermute and Brian.
Support representative will be with you shortly.
Yeah. Now I'm going to click a button on my side.
Okay.
And then another button here I'm going to click on. You might get a prompt on your screen asking you to
allow.
Allow, yeah.
Right.
And there should be another message after you did that first allow.
Uh-huh. I just hit allow again, and I said yes.
Oh, yes. Here we go. Now it's going on to the next step. I'm clicking another button. This should prompt you again.
Okay.
And there, I see your screen. Do you see me moving the mouse?
Yes, I do.
All right. Let's minimize that. I'm going to move this Zoom window down this direction.
Okay.
And then we'll go take a look at your device manager. So we're dealing with Windows 11. Is this the new computer?
Yes, it is.
All right. Here we have a Microsoft Basic Display Adapter and Intel Xe graphics. I think that's an exclamation mark on there too, but let's go take a look at properties for this one. This says the device is working properly. This device is not working properly because Windows cannot load the drivers for this device. Okay. Now, Microsoft Basic Display Adapter. That looks like the display for your computer. And this is a laptop, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go into MS Info 32 and get a little familiarized with your computer. It's an Acer Aspire A31559. So I think there's probably going to be people in chat giving me a link, hint, hint, for drivers for that model laptop. And when you bought this laptop, you probably went through the Windows 11 setup and got it functional. Do you know if there was any display driver problems at that point before you transferred from the old computer to this one?
Well, I'm trying to understand your question. The old one is Windows 11. This came with Windows 11. So I just
okay, but when you bought this computer, you turned it on and you got it initialized and connected to the internet. Before you did that,
absolutely.
Before you did that transfer from the old computer, did you look at Device Manager to see if there were any exclamation marks?
Read chat, please.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Because I was trying to get my folders for the radios over, and I just.
Okay, there's the serial number. I'll put that into chat. We'll do that through Bett Computer. I was contemplating how I was going to do the possessive for your name. Bett '(S) to refer to your computer. It's pronounced as Betts, which is my last name, so it's a little odd. So I think
I saw that.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call it Bett Computer, and I think people understand what I mean when I'm trying to say.
I saw your last name, and I'm like, well, this must be a mistake.
Let's see. I should do this the right way. /LWTDB/live. This URL for anyone watching will get to my current live show or my next scheduled live show if I have it scheduled yet. YouTube.com/LWTDB, which stands for Live Windows Training DougBetts /live. That technique would work on any channel. So here's the chat room, and we'll go in here and put the serial number. Now, they just asked me to look at chat, and I know somebody recently asked for the serial number, so I'm going to finish that and then go look at chat. It's not pasting. Let's get back to, did I not copy it? Serial number, there it is. There's a serial number for you in chat, and I'm going to go bring up chat and see what you want me to see. Let's see, Rand said chat, oh, he's got a link. Get the serial number from Wintermute. I still have 0 drop frames for those who are keeping track of that. And I should do this on Bett computer. So we'll scroll up here to this link. Let's make this full screen and full screen there. Here we've got. Now, is this where I'm going here? Is this looking at all familiar to you? Have you already been through this? These are the drivers for your computer. So airplane mode, audio, I'm looking for display, Bluetooth, chipset, DES driver, device enabling, fingerprint driver, not seeing it. This is showing 49 drivers. I didn't scroll through 49 drivers, did I? The rest are, oh, I guess in here. And there's a firmware, upgrading your BIOS incorrectly could harm the product. Yes, we know that. And these are versions 1.26, the most recent in February. Let's see, WMIC command for getting the BIOS version.
Windows command.
BIOS command, let's see, I don't know, is it version? Is it that simple? No.
Click on the load more button.
Load more
Scroll
button.
down to VGA.
Is it there? Oh, there it is. Okay, I see the load more button. I'm just getting a little orientation onto where it is. Ah, yes, that makes sense. Very good. Thank you, chat room. Storage drivers, LAN drivers, management engine, VGA drivers. And load more. Then we get into wireless LAN, and we don't have another load more. So I'm inclined to think that it's going to be in this VGA section that we want. VGA UMA driver with different dates. MX550 VGA driver GE Force Experience. Welcome any input from chat if any of those make sense to you as far as what we need. Basically, this is a laptop. I've given them the serial number. Could be any of these. We could try installing these. If it's not right for your equipment, they simply won't install. The MX550 sounds like a display
NVIDIA
version, and Zvi is voting for the NVIDIA one, the GE Force. Oh, there's 2 of them for NVIDIA, MX550 and GE Force.
What are the vendor device
Experience.
ID for the devices?
Okay, vendor ID for the devices. Let's get back to Device Manager. Properties, details, driver name, info name, which one is it? Base container ID, driver description. That's not the ID. Where's the ID? already looked at that one, right? Looked at that one. I usually don't have any struggle finding it. User selected driver installed. Display name. Okay.
If there's no hardware ID property, this should be a virtual device. Try uninstalling it and redetecting.
All right, I'm just using down arrow key now, which down arrows through each of the items in that list. And usually what I see is like it'll have about 4 lines, including the ID that we're interested in. There's more stuff. No. Now, do you have anything connected to the computer right now, Bett?
Yeah, I unplugged this. I'm unplugging one of my radios in the USB.
Are you unplugging it now? Is that what you just said?
It's unplugged now.
It's unplugged now? Okay, let's go ahead and...
It's completed. I unplugged it.
All right, that's good. I like that. Let's uninstall this and then scan for devices, because perhaps that was completely incorrect. And now here we have a communications port. You had actually mentioned communications port COM8. So I think that might have been a red herring, just taking us down a wrong path, because it was plugged in without proper drivers installed and somehow just confused the poor thing. So communications port COM8. Now, so at this point, you have everything disconnected from the computer. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so we're going to install this one as well. Now, this one I'd like to resolve. This before we move forward, because this is something that's not quite correct. It's not actually showing us an exclamation mark, but it doesn't seem to be right. Now I'll try right click and update driver, see if it will find that automatically. Best driver is already installed. So Intel Iris Xe graphics. I don't know the UMA, some of the people in the chat room might know what that means. I know I've seen that before and probably have learned it before, but that I'm suspecting is like a generic display driver, which might be appropriate for us. But I'm thinking that we need one of these drivers. Martin says, would it be possible to copy all drivers and paste into the drivers folder, let the computer choose the right one in the device manager driver? Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start pursuing that then. Now this one, VGA UMA, this is the most recent one, so we don't really need the prior one. Let's see, do we have a drivers folder already? Let's all right, we'll just work with the downloads folder. And then go for this NVIDIA one as well, and the GeForce Experience one.
Try scanning for new hardware and see what device manager picks up.
We'll do that. Bett, the chat room is giving...
I wonder if her old ham devices are no longer compatible with Windows 11.
Yeah,
I had serial adapters that no longer worked with newer Windows 10 and 11 COM ports. How old are these ham devices?
Okay, Cassandra, when you're putting in something along like that, I'd like you to put in the message, and then on the next line do an exclamation mark C, so I don't have to wait for SpeakerBot to read the whole thing, because I'm gonna have to go back.
Okay, I'm here
again. Bett, occasionally you'll hear me interacting in a way that's mysterious to you, and that's because the people in the chat room are giving me a SpeakerBot message that I'm hearing and you don't hear it. So if you hear me saying something that you
Okay.
don't understand, just ignore it. I will address you by
All right.
name.
Thank you.
Yeah, that must have been confusing to you. Yeah, thank you, Costanza. Yeah, so I've got those 3 downloaded. Let's go, before we go after those, let's go scan. Scan for hardware changes. And it didn't find anything there. Then we'll go to the downloads folder. Show in folder, and then I'm going to take all 3 of these, right click, choose cut, scissors, and come down to the C drive, and we'll create a drivers folder. Then enter to get into that folder, right click, and paste down here at the bottom. The cut was at the top of this menu, and the paste is at the bottom of this menu. Thank you very much, Windows 11. The folder is open in system. Really, where do I have it open? That was Intel and NVIDIA. Let's cancel that. Go back to the folder again. That's curious. Why is that not copying? And that's the newer one. That can't be opened through Device Manager. Close that downloads folder there. Cut that one again. Come back to the drivers folder. Can't be completed because the folder is open in system. All right, I'm going to close down Device Manager. I don't see any way that that could be open there. Command prompt's not going to be anything. MSInfo is not going to do it.
Hey, Doug.
Hello, Bobby. Right-click on Downloads, open a new tab. So now I have a second tab in File Explorer. Right-click, cut. Go to the drivers, paste. All right, we're gonna fix you. Instead of cutting, I'm gonna copy. Right click, here's the copy icon. Go back to drivers, right click. There's no paste. All right, drag that tab down so that they're in separate windows. Drag it across. I don't know what's going on there. This is the more recent one. So I'll right click here and extract all and just extract it as a subfolder in the downloads folder.
Wow.
I see your comment, Rand Israel, about the classic context menu. Martin, search window for drivers. You should show system 32 path. Oh, to put the drivers there.
I agree with Ran.
That's not coming up with anything. Why not? Do we need to start with the C drive? There we go. Oh, he was just saying as a shortcut to get to the folder that I created. All right. All right, there we have those just extracted there. Go back to this drivers folder and extract all here. I could copy the ones that I extracted in the downloads folder into this drivers folder. So that way all I have to do is point to this drivers folder and it should search through all of these 3 folders trying to find the drivers that are needed. Now while that one's extracting, I should be able to go extract another one as well. Yeah, it shows both of those extractions running at the same time. So V says he agrees with Ran. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just display that while we're waiting. If I go back to the downloads folder, shift right click, classic context menu. So for instance, if I were to do copy there, I'm not going to follow through with this one because I've already got those extractions going, but just to show that, now shift right click in the destination and get the classic menu for paste. Cut copy, I don't see paste. All right, shift right click, classic menu, copy, and then go to the folder where I want it to be, shift right. Oop. Oh, I got one of those extracted folders popped up. Try to go again here. Paste is grayed out.
Read chat, please.
Yeah, that's not working somehow. Sorry, but this is not the main problem that Bett has. Yeah, it is. Now wait a minute. This is not the main problem that Bett have. Meaning the context menu. What are you referring to there? Brian says, I'm confused. Does not device manager show all hardware and all identified with drivers? No, there's one driver that doesn't look right. Selden says, Doug, you didn't go back far enough in chat. Rand said this laptop seems to have no NVIDIA graphics. Yeah, I don't see any reason to think that it is an NVIDIA. So I just grabbed that because we were on that page of drivers to begin with. See, I want to get an orientation as what we have now because I've been through so many windows. Close these down a bit. There's my drivers folder, downloads folder, and what else do I have open? This NVIDIA folder where things were extracted. So here's 2 extracted folders. I think this VGA Intel is the one that is likely of interest. That one or this one that got extracted is also an NVIDIA. So I'm not a big fan of thinking that is the solution, as some of you are saying in chat. So still won't paste over here. So let's stop worrying about that. See if device manager will pick up that VGA driver. Well, how about that? Well, okay, it's still got that yellow mark, but apparently the driver is functional. That, what I'm perceiving there as a yellow mark, might have just been the icon, and I just might have been thrown for a squirrel chase because this section was still expanded. I'm going to do another scan for hardware changes, and none of those have expanded. There's no other devices, so we're good. I think that's probably perhaps what somebody was saying, that this is not the problem.
That's because you removed the odd basic display adapter.
That's because you remove the odd basic display adapter. Yeah, and that branch of Device Manager was still expanded, and I didn't realize that it was just still expanded because of having removed that. When I did a scan for hardware changes, this was still expanded, but this little yellowish thing there, it's not quite an exclamation mark, but that's what threw me. I think our display adapter is fine. Costanza says, I have that same yellow mark on this system with an RTX 3080. That's normal. Okay, good. All right, so now we want to see if we can get the device. Bett, can you show us that device that you're plugging in? Are you able to hold it up to the camera? What is it that you're trying to plug into?
Can I do what?
Show us the device that you're trying to plug into the computer.
Yeah, it's on the desktop. You want me to show it to you? Because I have it on the desktop too.
Okay, let me minimize things that I have open here so that you can then show me. Okay, go ahead and let me minimize this one too. Okay, show me what it is. CS50. Okay.
Yeah, that's one of my radios. Okay. Now I'm gonna plug it in.
Now
and
wait, stop. Before you plug it in, can you hold it up to the camera and show us what it looks like? Is it actually a handheld radio?
Yeah.
All right, hold it up so the camera can see it. There you go. Okay, that's what she's plugging into the USB port. Awesome, good. I'm glad to have that. Okay, you can relax with that. And here's an initial setup, COM port 8, and I'm going to bring Device Manager back up before you plug it in. Arrange these windows so we can see what's happening when you plug it in. All right, go ahead and plug it in.
Okay. I'm plugging it in. Okay. Let's see. And it's got to be on. Okay. So, and then I need to
wait a minute. Don't click anything yet. I want to wait for a little bit. Now, after you plugged it in, was there any beep? Did the computer make any kind of sound at all acknowledging that you plugged it in? Bett, are you able to hear me okay? I see you occasionally straining to hear.
Oh, no, I turned the volume up some more, all the way up actually on this. It's at 91%. So what do you want me to do?
When you plugged in the radio to the computer, did you hear any noise from the computer? Did it beep at all or make any sound?
Yeah, it made a sound.
It did. Okay.
Yes.
And if you disconnect it, does it make a sound? Go ahead and disconnect it again. Tell me if it makes a sound.
Okay. No sound.
All right. Hang on just a moment. All right, plug it in again and tell me if you hear a sound.
Okay. No sound.
No sound. All right. I'm going to do another Scan for hardware changes. See if Windows recognize anything plugged in. No. All right. So now what are you about to do for the next step?
I was going to open up the CPS and it would expand the radio. And it says, this is what I get on both radios with both COM ports, COM port 8 and 3, my other radio, which is Anytone.
All right. I'm
Is the video
suspecting
device turned on?
Read chat, please.
Is the radio turned on? Bett, is the radio turned on?
Yes, I have it on.
Okay.
Yes, I have it on.
All right, good. I hear you. What I think we've got going on here is Windows 11, I believe, deals with COM ports differently than prior versions of Windows. And I think we need to do something to inform Windows 11 that we need a COM port 8 in this case. Now, this is coming up as COM port 8, perhaps because that's what you were using previously, or...
Link how to install.
Okay,
yeah, that's the only thing the icon will take. My other one takes COM port 3.
All right. Oh, the ICOM radio requires a COM port 8, and your other radio is a COM port 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Did she load the drivers from ICOM first?
Yes.
Let's get back to... Oh, are you? Oh, I'm going to... Okay. There, I just muted the YouTube audio. You were probably hearing both my voice from Zoom and the YouTube audio, right?
I was.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what was going on. So I just muted the YouTube video. I'm going to a link that one of our people in chat has given us.
I'm going to grab my other one real quick here.
All right.
Okay, I got the other one, which is different radio. Been had for 2 years, but COM port 3 on this other radio.
All right. Responding to Alice's question, is there a website? That is this link that Zavi has given us for ICOM Japan support. I'm going to open that. Installation guide for Windows 11 and 10 download. This looks good. USB driver for... Now, what is the model number of that ICOM radio?
ICOM ID 50A.
ID 50A right here. So it is listed in this list on this driver link. About this download service, ICOM would like to advise users following regarding download service. Yeah, I don't need to read through that. We have to agree to it. And then we have a 444 kilobyte download. Here's the installation guide. All right, have you been through this installation guide for this computer?
No, only the other one.
All right. Table of contents, system requirements. After this, before connecting. All right, let's go. There's overview. I should look at that a little bit. Windows 11, good. USB cable. Did that USB cable you're using come with the radio, or did you buy it separately?
No, it came with it.
All right. How long ago did you purchase this radio? Weeks, months,
December.
years? December?
No, this is my newest one, December 2023.
Okay, so it's a recent one. Before installation, no application running, no biggie. before connecting. Does not support automatic recognition. Never connect the USB cable between the radio and the PC until after the USB driver has been installed. So go ahead and disconnect the radio.
Okay.
Carry add to chat a linil for the driver.
Oh, Carrie's here. Hello, Carrie. Let's download this driver from the link Zavi posted. Yeah, that's where we're going. That's where we're going. Add to chat a link for the drive. Carrie added a link. Is that different than the link that we got here? I'll go look. Let's download this driver from the link Zvi and I posted. So they're saying they did both the same one. And this is just the manual. So I'm inclined to just go download the driver and install it. This was this just took me to a manual. Yeah, that link you guys posted, where there must be a driver in here somewhere. This was the download. That download just took me into this manual, driver installation guide.
Scroll down.
Installing the driver. Expecting to find a link down here for the actual driver. There's uninstalling the driver. Seems like I should have had it in there somewhere. If you guys,
My link is how to install. Carrie's link is the driver.
Carrie's link is the actual driver. All right. There it is. Hello, Jim.
How do?
Download the old version, USB driver download. Go ahead. Did you have a comment?
No, Carrier's link, you have to scroll down to the bottom. You got to check the agree, and then it allows you to download the driver.
All right. Got it.
It's weird the way ICOM does this. They're just funny that way.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's my first one.
Jim is also, I believe, a ham radio operator.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
I'm hanging in there.
Yeah, me too. A $400 radio, shoot.
I'll extract this.
Well, nothing that ICOM sells is cheap. I've learned that over the years.
I've had,
Yeah, because my previous ones are Anytones, and it's like $100 cheaper, but I wanted to get that D-Star going.
All right, so I've launched the Setup 64. I've had ICOM handheld radios in aviation. And Tim Sal in our chat, in our community also has done a lot of those. But Tim and I are not ham radio operators. Would you like to install this device? Always trust ICOM. Yes. Clicking install and finish. Now, I'm tempted to just go ahead and have her connect the radio. I haven't gone through any of the instructions. Jim, do you have the experience in saying that we're good to just go through that?
I have not touched an ICOM D-Star radio in quite some time, but theoretically, once the driver is installed first, you should be able to plug it in, and it should recognize it at that point.
Yeah, here this looks like the tutorial I'm showing on screen of doing the installation. Scrolling down to see what it shows us next. There it shows plugging the cable into the radio after it's completed, depending upon the connection. Driver installation completed. They want us to go into Device Manager and go into COM ports and see serial port A. When the driver completely installed, okay, so this should be showing up in Device Manager now if it is completely installed. And they want us in now under network adapters ports, and I do not see that. Between network adapters and print queues is where that should be. Use Alt-Tab and see if we've got something else still going on with that driver. This was the initial setup that Bett started taking us through. I'm going to exit out of that. This is the app that she already had installed. I'm closing that. Let's try a scan for changes. Still don't see that. Backtracking a little bit. After the driver installation is complete, confirm the port connection and port number. That's why they want us to go into Device Manager and see that. Now this is before, is that before connecting the device? Oh, maybe it's not. Yeah, it looks like they want us to connect it first. Connect the USB cable, turn it on, installation icon displayed. After the driver installation complete. Yeah, so it hasn't triggered the installation yet. Bett, go ahead and connect the radio to the computer and turn it on.
Okay.
Yeah, Costanza, you're on the same track I am.
All right. Connected and I turned it on.
All right. So since we installed the driver, the computer should now be able to detect that when it's connected. Of course, we did violate their advice that it was connected before installing the driver. Usually just removing whatever devices got added by doing that will let us essentially unwrap that, but that's not necessarily always the case.
Part of the device manager is being blocked by one of your windows there.
Is it? Oh, by my picture-in-picture?
Yeah.
All right, drag
The
this
one,
over.
there's one on the left side of the screen that's blocking part of the device manager.
Yeah, I just moved Device Manager. You haven't seen it yet because of the delay. Let's see, let's try a scan for hardware changes. Between network adapters and print queues, we still don't have it.
Well, scroll down. Is there serial ports anywhere in there at all? Okay, universal serial bus controllers. Expand that out.
We're expecting at least something to indicate a COM port.
Right. Try the universal serial bus devices. Interesting.
I'm wondering if there's a procedure for like a clean uninstall or full uninstall, or some other cleanup that might undo any changes that happen by virtue of the radio being connected before this driver being installed. Let's go back and look at their warning about that.
Maybe change USB port.
Yeah, there's sometimes when it has to be done in the correct order, or
Right.
you can't get it.
In Device Manager, view, show hidden devices.
Oh, there you go, Rand. Yeah, Rand's pointing out show hidden devices in Device Manager. That's on view. Show hidden devices. There we go. We got COM ports.
There you go.
So I'm inclined to disconnect the radio, turn it off, disconnect, and then remove this port and then rerun the driver installation, or maybe just reconnect it. There's portable devices also. I want to remove that. Yeah. Bett, go ahead and turn the radio off and disconnect it. Tell us when that's done.
Okay. Disconnected.
All right. Right click and uninstall that device. And we have another devices section. I'm going to right click and uninstall this portable device D. And then other devices, USB 4 virtual power coordination device. That sounds like might be related to this. Uninstall that. Now, I don't think we need to rerun that driver installation. I think we've just cleaned up the stuff in Device Manager that could be conflicting with it due to having connected the radio before the driver was in place. Looking through this list to see if there's anything else we ought to do. I mean, there could be other things there that just aren't jumping out at us. Do you feel lucky?
Well, you feel lucky, punk?
All right, let's try it. Bett, go ahead and connect the radio and turn it on.
Okay. Connected and on.
Okay, Device Manager should pop up with something if it recognizes it without having to scan.
We still have show hidden devices on.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we did.
Okay. All right, then I would scan for hardware, see if anything shows up.
Yeah. I'm going to collapse these ones that I had expanded. Right click on the heading at the top, scan for hardware changes. You can also go to the action menu to scan for hardware changes. And between network adapters and print queues, we do not have the entries that we're expecting. Did the ones that we just removed, did they come back as hidden devices?
Good question.
Other devices came back. Yeah.
There is a serial I/O driver on that Acer page. Perhaps it is needed.
Wintermute saying there's a serial I/O driver on the Acer page, and you're speculating that might be needed. It sounds plausible, but I don't feel real enthusiastic about that. Does I'm kind of hoping that somebody in chat has looked closer at these instructions to see if there's anything that gives us maybe troubleshooting or a cleaning procedure, something like that. After the installation, uninstalling USB, you cannot uninstall the USB driver for individual device. After uninstalling the USB driver, none of the devices that require this driver can be recognized by the PC. For individual device, after uninstalling the USB driver, none of the devices that require this driver can be recognized by the PC. Not quite comprehending that.
Yeah, neither am I. Do we want to try just rerunning the ICOM driver install just for the help?
Yeah, I'm attracted to that, but let's disconnect the radio again. Bett, turn off the radio and disconnect it, please.
Okay.
And then we're going to remove this other device.
Disconnected.
Thank you. I'll right click and uninstall the device. And we have show hidden devices currently open. And what was the other one that there's a couple other things we removed, wasn't there? Oh, those other things that we removed did not come back. That's right.
Correct.
It was
All right.
the D drive.
Right. So at this point, I would rerun the
Yeah.
driver installation.
I'm on board with that.
See what shows up in Device Manager now. I saw part of, I guess it's the actual programming software that she had up and running initially. And it was defaulting to COM8.
Right.
There was a COM4 that had shown up.
That's for my Anytime radio too. I had it plugged.
Okay.
The other radio, Anytime.
Kind of wondering if that other software should be uninstalled. Do these instructions include installing that software, or is that software completely separate from this process?
Oh, yeah. Anytone's a completely different radio, so the software would be from a completely different source.
Right.
All right. Let's take a look and see if there's anything in Task Manager that has the names of these devices that could be interfering. Make this column wider.
CQ, okay? Someone please.
Serial IO driver on the Acer page. Yeah, I got that. Martin Hogg. What in the world is that?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's ham radio stuff. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
Thank you, Squirrel Protector.
Yeah, squirrels. You got that right.
Stop PS. Oh, store PSCTL. Service host COM plus event system, but that's a common thing to be in here. I'm pretty sure. Okay, minimize that. We'll go on the driver install again. Keep device manager visible. ICOM USB serial port driver installer. ICOM Incorporated. More details. Do you want to completely remove the selected application and all of its features? Yes, I do.
Yeah, that's interesting. It allows you the option to do it.
Yeah. I've seen some installation programs do that. If they find it already there, lets us either uninstall first or install on top of. To install the USB serial port driver, please run setup.
Run the setup again.
All right,
okay.
I like that. English.
Or in Ken's case, it's English, but whatever.
I was about to go there too. Install Shield Wizard will install ICOM USB serial port drive on your computer. I read these more carefully when things have not gone right. If you want to review or change any of your installations, go back.
No, there's nothing to change.
Yeah, well, that's just a standard thing that it has at that point of this installation wizard. Successfully installed USB serial port. Now, looking over here on the left, We don't have anything new showing up yet. Of course, we haven't connected the device yet, and I would expect it not to show up until it's actually connected. That should just install the device driver so that it can be activated or actually show up in Device Manager once the device is connected. Now I just did, let's see, show hidden devices is now on. And then I'm going to turn that off. Okay, Bett, go ahead and connect the radio and turn it on.
Okay.
And then if that doesn't get us somewhere, we're going to go to that serial I/O driver.
Connected and turned on.
Okay. Giving it a little bit of time to pop in with something. So you have an LED screen on the radio that confirms that it's turned on, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. The USB port that you're connecting to, is it a Type-C port or a Type-A port? Do you know the difference?
No, it just came in the box with the radio. I don't know.
The Type-A connector, it has kind of a rectangle shape, and the Type-C connector is smaller, and it's kind of an oval shape when you look at the tip. Can you recognize from that description the shape of the tip, the USB cable that you plugged into the computer?
Square.
Square? All right. So that's Type A. Is there another Type A USB port, another USB port on your computer that you could plug it into?
Yeah, there's 3 USBs on this Acer.
Okay, go ahead and disconnect from that port that you're currently connected to and plug it into one of the others.
Okay. I'll move it on this side here. Okay. Trying to plug it in.
Costanza, I see your comment. I believe the instruction told us to connect the device, then turn it on. But I get
Okay, I connected it to the other USB on the other side. There's 3 on here.
All right. Well, that's enough. That didn't get us any difference. So let's go look for that serial I/O driver.
Well, do we want to force a refresh of Device Manager before we continue?
Sure. For thoroughness, I'll come up here to the action menu and scan for hardware changes just to show the other way of doing it. Between network and adapters and print queues, we don't have anything showing there.
And the show hidden is still active.
Actually, it's off right now. I'm going to collapse that, and then we'll go show hidden on again. And other devices came back, and so this
so it's
item
under
came back.
the devices.
Now,
USB 4 virtual, yeah, okay. So that came back.
Yeah, so I'm interested in Googling that in relation to this device driver. If somebody wants to Google that USB 4 virtual power coordination device.
So that came
I was
back.
trying to do a copy and paste. It's not letting me do that. So here's back to the drivers. Somebody was saying this I/O serial. I'm going to try searching for the word serial. Before installing touchpad driver, please install the serial I/O driver first. Go to the next instance of serial. Here's I/O driver, serial I/O driver, and download.
Is there another USB cable we can use, or another USB device just to test the ports?
I'm with you there on that, Ran Israel. Bett, do you have another USB cable of the same type?
No, that's only one for it came with this radio. I don't have the same type.
You don't
All
have
the others are different.
All the others are different. Okay.
Yeah, they different radios.
All right. Well, USB cables are are common. So it's conceivable that even though the cables are for different radio, if it's the same connectors, that has the same ends, it would be okay to use a different cable.
I can pretty much guarantee you they do not have the same end for the radio.
Oh, on the radio
It
end,
don't.
it's not a standard USB on that end. Okay.
No, it's not.
No,
Got
they
it.
never are.
Got it. All right. All right. So there's your answer on that for RAN Israel. Let's see. Here's this ICOM serial port driver. Oh, it's already expanded. I don't remember extracting that. All right. So here's launching. Oh, this is ICOM serial USB. This isn't what I was looking for. That's ICOM USB serial. Oh, this is I/O drivers. Okay. I'm sure somebody was yelling at their screen. No, Doug, you're looking at that wrong. Hey, I know what it's like sitting on your side. For those of you who are watching, you don't know what it's like on this side. Setup driver. Looks like that's what we want to run. It's a Windows command script. And let's turn on display of extensions. Oh, here. Show file name extensions. Yeah, setup driver.cmd. Prevented.
More info.
Yeah. Unknown publisher. Looks like yeah, there we got to run anyway. Yes to the user account control. See if I can get the device manager while that's running. Oh, it's already completed. Process completed, press any key to exit. Oh, we still had that in other devices. The radio is currently disconnected. Is that correct, Bett?
Now it is.
Does that mean you just disconnected it?
Yes.
Okay. I just not that was anything wrong. I just need to understand what it is what it is. So then I'm gonna uninstall this device driver. Turning off the show hidden devices. Go ahead and connect it and turn it on.
Okay. Connected.
Now I'm going to ask a question here shortly.
I must have it backwards. There it goes. All right. And I just turned it on. It's plugged and turned.
Okay. We're not seeing anything happen. Go turn on hidden devices.
Can you ran the application?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah, this came back. Can you ran the application? I think you mean rerun the
programming software.
Oh, the actual programming software. All right, I'm going to use Alt-D to minimize everything. And here, the CS50, is that what they're referring to?
Yep.
That's the icon. This is showing the same thing that we saw previously.
It's search.
Nothing in the drop-down list.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Was that another search button? Yeah.
There was another search button, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it will mean anything, but
No, I just tried it. You haven't seen that yet. Looking
yeah.
at what this says in here, thank you for choosing the CS50 designed for programming with the PC. Before using the software, follow the steps below to make an initial setup in order to send the version information of the ID50 to the software. When using the USB cable, before using the software, be sure to connect the transceiver and the PC with USB cable, then turn on the transceiver. So there's a confirmation about connecting it first, then turn it on. Click the COM port radio button. This one. And then click search to display the ID50 search window. Select the desired transceiver. Click OK. And then the COM port will automatically be set. So when we have this selection here, then search, it's supposed to show the devices that it has seen, and then it would automatically set the correct COM port. So the way I'm understanding that. And
all
then
right.
the
Now
COM
I
port
have a
number
question.
Okay. Can I finish this first?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When the initial setup window is opened, after turning on the transceiver, the COM port number will automatically be set. You can also manually set the number by entering the number or selecting from the drop-down list. Click OK to open the programming screen. Okay. When using the USB cable and installing USB driver is necessary, the latest USB driver can be downloaded from the ICOM website. And that's what we did, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
When using a micro SD card, which I don't think we are, save the ID50 setting data onto the micro SD card in the ID50. Insert the micro SD card in the PC. You're in agreement, Jim? We're not doing an SD card.
No, we're not doing that. There's probably one in the radio itself. There may or may not be. Again, I've not touched ICOM D-Star in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with it at this point.
So that would be a way of putting your programming on the micro SD card and then swap the card into the radios.
Correct. Yeah.
And that way you're not using a USB cable at all.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Yeah. That's apparently an option, which last time I checked, like I said, the last time I ever interfaced with any of that stuff was not an option at the time. So,
all right.
My one question is, has this ever worked from the day she got it?
On an old computer, I think. Is that correct, Bett? That this process?
Yes, this one and the one I just passed down to my husband, which is HP, and this is an Acer. The one before that. So a few weeks ago, it started on my husband's, okay? And you just ain't gonna believe it. I bought this other HP, and, after 7 months, it just went black, and he won't even give me my money back. But this Acer is 4 or 5 days old, and I might have messed up because I bought this pluggable transfer cable that's on YouTube, and that's how I got all the files and everything transferred from the old laptop in there to this new one. So I'm wondering, had I not done that, this one would work correctly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know.
Okay.
That's very hard to say.
Yeah, and it is possible, but I think we can still find a way around it. But Bett, I'd like to dig into that a little bit more, so please be patient with me asking these questions. And they're going to feel like the interrogator when somebody is suspected of a crime.
Yeah.
And digging deeper. So just be patient with me, because a lot of times I
appreciate your time.
Yeah, the clues, and we're having fun with this. So you're not imposing on us.
I'm old. I'm not like y'all. I know just a little bit here and there. I know how to click them radio buttons, though.
All right. So here, follow my questions, please. I have in my understanding 3 computers. This one is the new one. Your previous computer, you have given to your husband, and prior to that, there was a computer that was able to connect to radios and was able to do the programming through a USB cable, right?
Correct.
Now, the computer that you gave to your husband, was it ever successful in using a USB cable to connect to program a radio?
Yes.
It was. And it stopped working, I think you said weeks ago.
No, that one is it's in the bedroom with him. It's another one in between that's sitting on the table prior to the Acer. The screen just went totally black. And so I went and got this Acer, but it worked on that, which is another HP sitting on my table. It's not even 8 months old. They won't give me my money or anything. It's all crazy.
Okay, so the 8-month-old HP computer that doesn't work now, the screen is black, it was successful with using a USB cable and programming a radio, correct?
Yeah, all my radios, absolutely.
Okay, here's my second question. Were both of those systems using Windows 10 instead of Windows 11?
No, all the systems are Windows 11.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, because the HP isn't that old. So it was Windows 11, and it was using this with this radio and this USB cable. That computer, the HP computer, was able to program the radio, right?
Yeah, the one that's sitting on the table, right? The one that went down. Because this icon was on, it was November or either December. I want to say November of 2023 that I purchased this. It's supposed to be my Christmas present. My Anytones, they also work, and they don't work on here either, which is a different software and a different port number. And I don't know what's going on. I believe in you guys. You guys will get it.
Well, I think we will too. Be patient with us though, and understand that you're not imposing on us. This is what we enjoy doing with our Saturdays.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, there are people in the chat room right now from across the United States and Israel. And do we have anyone in UK right now that's with us?
Maybe the software is old. Look at the link up.
Z says, maybe the software is old. Look at the link up. Is that, Carrie's got a YouTube video that must be related to this. And then Zavi's prior link, ICOM Japan. And are you saying, Martin Hogg is from Scotland. So just letting you know, Beth.
Hi, Scott.
We got people, no, he's not Scott. His name is Martin. He's from Scotland. Tim is from Texas. I'm just giving you the idea. We got world-class help for you here. Well,
that's a blessing. I appreciate it too.
They're spread around the world. Put it that way.
Yeah, I need it bad.
All right. Yeah, let's get back to these links that people are giving and see what we find. Here's the browser, and go to the YouTube. Here's the link from Carrie. Firmware driver. USB driver, download. Oh, there's an old version. I noticed that when we first came in to download this driver. Excuse me, this is July 28th of 2023. I think this is the one that we downloaded, wasn't it? Yeah, here's the ID50A. That's the radio we're working with. Before downloading driver, thoroughly read USB driver. Scroll down in chat. You're referring to the YouTube video? Maybe the software is old. Look at the link up. I'm not understanding. Look at the link up. You're talking about the link above this, which was this one. Oh, that's a YouTube video. Here's a YouTube video. TNI 7. These two videos are different. This is a 7-minute long. My link. Zavi is referring to his link. We'll keep this one open and pause that. Just want to get a little comprehension of what this is. ID 50 doozy, no hotspot needed, USB-C cable. Let's see, down here they're showing us ports in the ports com LPT section. Yeah, this section is not showing up for us, so that's showing us what it should look like when we get to it. Going back to chat. Zivi is saying to look at his link. This one. This is what I was just looking at. He said, scroll down in chat. My link. I'm not understanding what you're trying to tell me, Zavi. I think I've seen everything that you've got in chat. Repaste it in chat if you're trying to get me to something.
And this is the software.
Oh, is this the software rather than the driver? Application software download. Oh, got it. Got it. That's what he's referring to might be old. Not the driver, but the software. Got it. Uh, 1.0, let's see, hang on a second. Let's go look at something. Windows key D. This said CS50. I want to see if we can identify a version number of this software. That's initial setup. If we cancel from here, I think it gets us into the program. Help about version 1.01. Let's also have a look at AppWiz. appwiz.cpl. Let's see, there's a ICOM USB serial port driver. That gives us confirmation that it was installed today. ICOM CS50 and just those two. Sort by install date to see what else has been recently installed. Minimize that, then go launch this. So I'm going to take a look. I get a little more thorough when things are being a little challenging. What I'm going to go here is I want to see if this program folder is already there. ICOM CS50, and it's going to create an ST. Under the ICOM folder, it's going to create an ST-ID. So it's going to create a different folder. It's not going to be installing on top of this one. These are dated mid-2023. There's that new folder. Click on the A to get an alphabetical list. Click on the I to get straight to ICOM. So here's the ST-ID50W image photo. ICOM CS50 image photo. That's not what I was expecting. Let's refresh this programs list. ICOM ST-ID50W. So I'm going to say that's the program to launch. No, this is just pictures. Application software, TX picture, RX picture. Transmit and receive pictures from a radio. Drop down for this COM port has nothing. Search. Gives me another drop down field, nothing. Synchronize, I suppose is what that is. That's something else entirely. Oh, here's an icon on the desktop. That's image photo. Jim, does that make any sense to you that this is ST-ID50W with image photo?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. My fault.
Oh.
I'm trying to. YouTube is doing something screwy with me again, and I need to catch where you guys are at here. Hang on a second.
I'm back. I think this is the download page for that application software download. ICOM ST-ID50.
Maybe it's for the microSD device.
Maybe it's for the micro SD on the device. Yeah, that still it doesn't make sense that it's dealing with images. The micro SD card was for transferring programming information between the computer and the radio.
And we're assuming that.
No, here's transmit pictures. ST-ID50W is a Windows software that connects PC and ID-50/ID-50E with a USB cable to send
Carrie has more advice.
TX pictures of the share picture function to the radio and to read the received picture history by radio to view the pictures. All right.
That's so again, I've not touched this for over a decade. I'm not up to date with what they're doing.
All right, I'm looking at what Carrie's put into chat. To use a mobile device or PC as an external power source, set the following item to on. Default menu set function USB power input, phone, tablet, PC. This may need to be toggled on or off. Menu screen items set function, USB connect on the device settings, not Windows.
Unless he's talking about, that's actually, those are menus on the radio itself.
Yeah, well, there's some devices you can do power. There's a power tab in Device Manager, but we don't even have this thing showing up on Device Manager. To use a mobile device or PC as an external power source, we're not trying to do that. This radio has its own battery, right, Bett?
Pardon me?
Does this radio have its own battery?
It does.
Certainly.
Yes.
So why would we be using to use a mobile device or a PC as an external power source? She must enable USB connect. She has to press the menu buttons on the radio. Oh, okay. All right. There's not external power, but there may be. She's used the radio with computers before. Bett, is there a menu system on the radio that has an option for enabling the USB connection?
Well, I tell you, I have used it when it's working. My settings were all messed up. So what I did, I put it back to factory reset. So it's just
all right. I think
number on the
Factory reset may have turned off the USB connection.
Yes, absolutely. Of course it would. Yep, she factory reset it. And that's where I referred to earlier, Bett, when I was asking you to be patient with us, where we ask questions and we can eventually find something that did it. I think that was it. I think that may have been the clue. I think we need to pursue some things about the radio. Has anyone in chat found where we can display some instructions on screen for Bett about the radio menu options that we need to go through? Let's see. I'm going to expect that'd be in a manual somewhere. That's installation guides. Somehow I'm having a little hard time comprehending these screens because it's just zoomed in so much, even though we're actually zoomed out to 80% right now. I'm going to zoom out more so I can see more on the screen at once. Bett, I just changed the zoom of your browser in case I forget. Do you know how to change that zoom setting?
Carrie posted a link
Yeah,
to
that's
that
one
earlier.
of the few things I know. I can get that back.
Okay, you know how to get that back. All right, and I heard
Yes.
that Carrie has posted a link, although he just retracted something. She has a set button on the radio. Yeah, I'd rather not try to talk her through doing the buttons with chat messages. Can we get a link that shows us the menu path on the radio? That's what I'd really like to see.
I go to menu and then go where? Does anybody know? Menu, there's a whole lot of stuff on menu.
Yeah, I understand she has to do the buttons, Carrie, but can we get a manual that shows the direction on the buttons? Do you see
the radio came with a manual. Well, I guarantee you that radio came with a manual that lays out the menu steps and subsections and whatever.
Read chat, please.
Yeah, I'm sure it did, but it's also available as a PDF somewhere, certainly.
Oh, well, yeah, it is.
Yeah, so we can display it so we can all see it, and we can walk Bett through it. 24 minutes is Carrie's link. I'd rather have Carrie point me to the place he wants to go, because he's put in a few links, and I don't know if you're taking us to the right place, because I don't think you. Yeah, here he gives us. Here's the manual. He's got a fresh link in for the manual. Yeah, there it is. Carrie, I hope you're having as much fun with this as we are. I think he is. Basic manual English download. About this download service. Let's go down further. Here's agree. It has something to do with your firstborn children. And
too Jewish.
Okay. So now there's a set button. I'm going to try Control F and typing the word set. 248 instances of that. Let's see. We wanted to activate a USB connection. So how about if I search for connect? I got 33 of those. USB connector for data transmission or battery charges. I'll just click to the next one, seeing if anybody gives me something better to search for. Carrie gives me a smiley in chat. Page 71. There we go. Page 71. So highlight the page number, type 71, enter. Directing input, I think the page numbers of the manual is probably different. So page 57 is page 70 on the PDF. So let's go to page 100, see if that gets us closer to the right actual page number. Didn't type 900, I'll try 90 or 100. Oh, there's only 88 pages. Duh. There's only 88 pages. He wants me to go to page 71. I don't think this manual has. So maybe it is the PDF number. USB connect. So let's go then Control F, USB connect. 2 instances. This one on page 2 and go to the next one. USB connect on page 84. It's still not. That's just a menu.
Carrie has
menu
linked the
screen
manual here.
I know, Martin. We're looking at the manual. Oh, you're not seeing it on screen. That's what you needed to tell me in SpeakerBot, is that you're not seeing the screen. I've been displaying the manual for a while. Set function USB connect. Set. Okay. Bett,
Yes.
can you press the set button?
I got it pressed.
Okay. And then does that take you to a menu where you can choose USB connect?
It takes me to main. No, it takes me to some numbers. Main, DV at the top and main, no. Let's see here. Menu, because I have been here. And then set. Okay, now, all right, so I'm on a list now. So where do I go?
We're looking for a set function USB connect.
Okay, let's see here.
Do you see any of those?
Set.
You already did set.
I just see function.
Choose function. Press function.
Okay, I have function and monitor speed, power. I'm going down the list.
USB connect is what we're looking for.
Okay, I have USB connect.
Okay, choose that.
Select that.
And it says charge only, serial port, and SD card mode.
Choose serial port.
Okay, I have that.
Okay.
Now it's on USB connect. Am I supposed to be connected?
Let's don't jump ahead too quick. So when you say you're on USB connect, is that something that you can select, or does that indicate it's already chosen USB connect?
No, it's already chosen. It's highlighted.
Okay, can you put that up at the camera and let us try to see it?
Okay.
Put the screen right on the camera. USB connect. Okay, so we want to select that. Is there an enter button? A place where you can actually choose that? I see you're highlighting USB connect. We want to actually choose that. Select it or press enter.
Okay.
Okay, then hold
And
it up.
it gives me.
Yeah, hold it up to this camera again. Okay, serial port, you have your choices here. So we want it to be serial port. Okay, yeah, select that. Okay, and that takes you back. I understand what you're saying, Carrie. Yeah, so she was just...
Select serial port?
Yep, select serial port, and that takes you back to the previous menu where you're highlighting connect. Is that correct? Yeah, okay,
yes.
Good. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and exit out of your menu system. Let's connect it to the computer and see what we get.
Okay. X. All right, I'm back here. I X out. That's what That's what was here at the factory settings. Back to this.
Okay, so that's where you would select your frequency. That looks fine. I'm going to remove that USB 4 virtual power coordination device that's showing in other devices before you connect it to the computer. And let's see, that is, we had show hidden devices on. I'm going to leave that selected this time around. I want to expand this window larger. It won't go larger. I could maximize it, but I'd rather just have it vertical. There we go. There we go. Good. What do we have open now? We don't have that programming interface open. Okay. Go ahead and connect the USB cable, then turn the radio on.
Your left thumbnail is covering Device Manager.
All right, moving Device Manager.
Connected and on.
Okay. No joy. Between network adapters and print cues, we do not have the ports. All right, we'll try starting the software. Oh, it's over here. This seems like a completely different program to me.
Oh, it is.
Doesn't search for the COM port. Close this one and try the other one. This CS-50 is the program that was working with the HP computer. Is that correct, Bett?
Yes, it's two. I put this other one on here because on the other laptop, I couldn't seem to get all the files, so I just redid it and put this one on.
So when you're saying this one, you're referring to CS-50?
Yes.
Okay. So this is not the same program that was on the HP laptop?
No.
Okay. Is your hesitation mean you're not sure, or does it mean no? If you're not sure, we'd rather have you say that.
Well, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
It's much better for you to tell us you're not sure rather than telling us something that might not be correct. And that's quite all right. But we've all been through it where we're slamming and going and doing things, and the precise way it was done can't be accurately recalled. That's okay. We all do that. Let's see. Trying the search here. We're not getting any life, any recognition from that radio. Now, your the computer that your husband has is a computer that you used to have.
Yes.
Did that computer ever communicate with this radio through the USB cable?
Yes. When I first got it, that's how I set it up. It's
Okay.
on that one.
Is that computer currently able to connect to the radio?
No, I got that yellow explanation in the COM port when I try to hook it up too. So
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
So it used to work and now it
Hmm.
doesn't. And
Correct.
what happened to cause it to no longer work, we don't know. You don't have any idea what caused that to stop working. Just one day it stopped working without you actually having done any changes or updates or installing different software that you remember. You know what you've
No, I don't remember. I just
yeah,
because he don't know anything. He just
okay.
he don't fool with it. So it couldn't
Okay.
be him. He don't.
Carrie, I'm going to deal with that right now. The your old computer, the one that your husband has,
Uh-huh.
did it stop working with the radio before you did the factory reset on the radio or after?
Before.
So the computer that used to be yours was working
Mm-hmm.
fine with this radio. It stopped working. And after that, you reset the radio perhaps as a way of trying to fix that problem?
Correct. That's absolutely right.
Okay, so the factory reset to the radio did not cause the problem. The problem was already there, correct?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
so let's focus more on your old computer and the radio and the USB cable that was working, then it stopped working before factory resetting the radio.
Right. Okay.
So it could be that the radio has stopped working, period, for this function, and
Okay.
it's actually broken,
Or the cable is bad.
or the cable is bad. Yes. Now, when this radio was working with your old laptop, you were using this same cable because you only have one of these cables, correct?
Right. I
found
only have one.
CS50 for 1.02 from January 24th, 26.
Okay, I see Z has found a new version of CS50 1.02 from January 24th.
Let's see how
no,
that's going to
no,
solve the problem.
January 26th of 2024. And he's given us a link to that.
I don't see how that's going to fix the problem. We don't have the radio recognized.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd be very interested in trying this procedure on a fresh computer that has never had any of this software installed and do the installations in the correct order. I have a minor optimism that might work, but the reason for doing that would be to say that the radio doesn't work. Now, here's another possibility. Bett, is there anybody in your local community that has one of these radios working with their computer?
Well, the one club I've been trying sending emails. They haven't been responded to, and I'm not able to get there. But there's got to be a couple of people because it's like 80 some people at this club in Heber Heights, Ohio, that we are members of. I've been trying to, locate. That was my first option anyway, but people are busy and no response to emails, and I'm not able to make the 7 p.m. Thursday nights
Okay.
club meetings for this and that because
Okay, that's enough on that.
job.
One of the things that we do in troubleshooting is we want to replace parts, questionable parts, with known good parts. So if you were able to go to someone who has one of these radios working with their computer and then connect your radio to their computer, if it doesn't work, then that tells us, yes, there's a problem with the radio. We could also, now the other laptop that you have is the one that your husband currently has that used to work with the radio with this USB cable, and it is already not working. When is the last time you tried with that computer?
It's been at least a couple of weeks.
Okay. Now we have made a configuration change on the radio. So there is a possibility, it feels a little marginal, that if we try connecting to that computer, the one that your husband has, that we might be able to get something working. It's not the best troubleshooting step. The best troubleshooting step would be to connect
Okay.
your radio to a computer that is currently working. Now, you don't have another radio like this either, correct?
Do I have another radio? Yeah, it's a different software, Anytone.
It's a
No.
if
I
it's
use the port.
yeah, it's a different make and model. So and it's a different USB cable. So we don't care about that.
Right.
Okay, Zavi
Right.
Manor, I see your 2 links. So we got Carrie's suggestion for trying the other laptop, and we got these 2 links from Zavi. One of them is a different version of the software.
Read chat, please.
I'm
Okay,
reading
so this one here, can I plug it to see if the port is working? For COM port 3,
when you
the
say
Anytone?
when you say this one here, I don't know what you're pointing at. This radio?
Yeah,
Okay.
this Anytone that goes with this one here, which would read a different COM port. Could we do that real quick?
Sure. So let me be sure everyone understands this, because I didn't quite understand this. This is a different radio than what we've been working with.
Different radio, different software.
Okay, so we had been working with the ICOM radio. What's the name of this radio?
Anytone 878.
Anytone. I'm just going to call it Anytone. So the word "this" doesn't work very well for us, so we're going to try to use the name of the radio when we're talking about them. Okay, yeah.
And I have the software. Yeah. Okay, so I plugged it in, and I'm going to just let that go. It's right here. This is the software to this particular radio, and I'm turning it on. I got it plugged up. So then I'll know it goes like, and if I need to read, this will take a different COM port, and I would click that. And so if this reads, then I know at least I can make configurations here. Read data from radio, yes. See, I started getting this too. This is a different software, cannot open communication port.
Okay.
All my stuff is on here, so I don't know.
Okay. Did the Anycom radio used to work with this computer?
No, I hadn't. I just started trying it the other day. It never has. No, not this one.
All right.
Has the other radio also been factory reset?
Has the Anytone radio also been factory reset?
Oh, no, I've been had it almost 2 years. No, everything, I only make changes to add channels and send the stuff back to the radio. No, absolutely not.
All right. And this radio is
another driver for the other unit.
This radio is still connected. Now we have ports. So you've got this the Anytone connected, and we are seeing a USB serial device on COM3.
It's on COM3.
Right, 3.
So we're going to go back into the software, probably the tool menu for ports, or maybe the set menu. Looking for where to set the port in the software. Set COM.
Yeah, set COM. That's it.
It's showing COM3.
Okay.
So the computer has recognized connecting this radio.
Right.
And it looks like it's pulled up the model information, D878UVII. Is that the model of the radio?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So then read from the radio is what you were trying to do.
Yeah, I have to read first.
Read data from
And-
radio. Do you wish to continue? Okay. Other data or digital contact list. I think you put a check mark here on digital contact
Yes.
list, right?
Yes.
Okay. Reading
Okay, this is
data.
working. All of my stuff is here. This is working for any tone.
Okay. Good.
That's all of the stuff that's in the radio. I can make changes and then send it back to the radio. This works.
Good.
I don't want to let go of this page, but actually I could just send it back to the radio now.
All right.
Send
Go
everything
ahead.
without
So
making
you're
any
using-
changes.
So that tells me one of two things.
Okay, so I'm gonna write my stuff back to the radio is all I'm doing. This is working. Any tone is working. Thank God.
All right.
Well,
So I'm gonna
that tells me something. That tells me that either we have a bad USB cable to the radio or the radio itself is screwed up somehow.
I agree.
okay. Well, I appreciate everything. I'll try to get there as soon as I can and just ICOM just have to sit. Because I work with other radios, my
Well,
analog and the other.
another possibility, Bet, it's possible that you can buy a replacement USB cable for that radio, and it may not be
Okay.
very expensive at all.
Okay.
So how about that, chat room? Can you find a link for us for the correct USB cable, and we can get her to an actual
Yeah,
order
I'll
page?
order that. I'll get that. Yes.
Oh, do you know how to find it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, if you-
I know how to get that. Yes.
Yeah. So that's probably not very expensive. That'd be an easy way to take your next step.
Well, I'm gonna get that ordered, and at least I know I can work my antitone DMR for a while.
There you go.
Uh,
Get you.
And
That gets
I
you out there.
appreciate everybody's time, and may God bless you. And I'm gonna order the cable, and I'll be in touch. And again, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Pat. So let me be sure I understand this. The Anytone, when we first went into the software, it looked like it was not working.
Read the last link user manual.
Right. It was.
And then it did work. Now I'm not sure that we did anything to make it work. I'm on. It might have just been clicking through menus. We got to it. Hang on a moment. Zavi, I think I'm going to let it go. And Ran, I think I'm going to. Well, let's see. Ran Israel did give us a. The chat room Bet has given us a link for where you can order that cable from Amazon. Do you want to see that?
Okay.
Okay. So let's.
Yeah, I want to make sure. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Let's go show you that. But I think we're ready to let Bet order that cable, and rather
Yeah,
than
that's what I'll
trying
do.
with the other computer.
Yes. As soon
here
as
we
I'm
go.
off, I want to order that.
Okay.
Can you screenshot and put it in
Let's
this
see.
one here?
Well, let's see. This is. Do you use Amazon
Yeah, daily.
daily? Okay. Well, this is looks like. Okay. So he's given us a search results. Is that it? This is
ICOM
just.
50A cable. Yeah.
Are you seeing it on screen?
No, I'm looking for ICOM 50A. That will take ICOM 50A cable.
Okay, let's go up here and refine that further. 50A. Let's see. ICOM 50A.
Yeah, it's ICOM.
ICOM 50A. Let's see. Do we see it in there? IC 50. Looking back at chat, see if you've refined that search better. That just looks like a search for USB
Well-
cables, Ran. Is that really what you gave me? Because this is a proprietary cable for that radio. We can't just use any USB cable.
No, no, absolutely not.
Let me
I could just
try something.
contact ICOM.
Let me try
ICOM Direct.
Okay, let me try something here a bit, because I think I can type this in better. Let's see, IC-50A. IC-50A. See if that gets us closer. 50.
That was the first result when I Googled ICOM USB cables.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't get us close enough. Rand.
I will contact ICOM Direct and
That's
get
good.
it from the site.
That's good. Ordering it direct from them is a very much safer way to
Yes.
go. Might be more expensive than getting it off Amazon, but sometimes it's going to be a more assured way to have the right cable.
Exactly. But I thank you.
Okay.
And I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome,
Everybody,
Beth.
thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay.
Give her the links to read and use the new software.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Let's see. I'm going to shut down the remote connection. And I know there's people telling me more things to do for her, but she was obviously satisfied. Sounded like she wanted to get off and move along. We got a result for her that she's happy with. So yeah, I saw Zvi, where you telling me to give her the links to read, but those are all still open on her browser. So if she wants to grab those, she certainly can, and she certainly can come back to us another time.
Yeah, I have not. I've not touched any of that in a very long time. Probably been close to a decade since the last time I looked at anything D-Star. So
I did a little bit of data transfers between my laptop and my iPad for aviation stuff. And did I ever do it with a radio? I know some people had radios in their planes that did that, but I don't think I ever got involved in it. Well, hey, that kind of completes the show, I think.
Yes, it certainly does. We're actually a little bit over.
Yeah, we are. All right, I'm going to put in for some overtime pay. She did. Let's see. She did not have those links in the browser. I opened the pages on. Oh, you're okay. The ones that. Okay, let it go. Let it go. We're done.
All right, that's right. This is frozen. Let it go.
All right. Jim, you know my requests. Say goodbye.
Yeah. Good night, John Boy.
All right. Thank you for helping with us. Okay, there we go. And certainly thank you, Carrie. And I see Carrie putting in a whole lot of other comments. Yeah, I think maybe that was a summary of what happened. I'm not sure. But anyway, that fills out a little over 2 hours. I'm going to read through the chat for messages that I may have missed. And other than that, have a great weekend, everybody. And I'll catch you later. Goodbye.